Sorry about the hand. I'm trying to get my camera positioned and it's a little high, but we'll deal with it. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, September 16th, and you're joining us for morning prayers. Good morning. Good morning, Rick. So let's take a deep breath indoors, not out in the smoke, but take a deep breath and let it out and prepare ourselves for prayer. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they are born of God, from Matthew 5:9. The peace of morning stillness, the peace of new beginnings, the peace of heaven's kiss, to welcome us to this day, to root us in this day, to free us for this day, that we may grow with the greening earth, that we may grow from the ground of glory, that we may grow in grateful wonder of you, gracious giver of this day, great giver of this new day. Let's be still and aware of God's presence within and all around. And I'm reading from Psalm 42 this morning. To the lead player, a miscel for the Korahites. As a deer yearns for streams of water, so I yearn for you, O God. My whole being thirsts for God, for the living God. When shall I come and see the presence of God? My tears became my bread day and night, as they said to me all day long, where is your God? These do I recall and pour out my heart, when I would step in the procession, when I would march to the house of God, with the sound of glad song of the celebrant throng. How bent my being, how you moan for me. Hope in God, for yet I will acclaim him for his rescuing presence. My God, my being is bent for my plight. Therefore do I recall you from Jordan land, from the Hermons and Mount Mizar. Deep into deep calls out at the sound of your channels. All your breakers and waves have surged over me. By day the Lord ordains his kindness, and by night, and by night his song is with me, prayer to the God of my life. I would say to God, my rock, why have you forgotten me? Why in gloom do I go, hard pressed by the foe? With murder in my bones, my enemies revile me when they say to me all day long, where is your God? How bent my being, how you moan for me. Hope in God, for yet I will acclaim him, his rescuing presence, and my God. And the poem I chose today recognizes that when the days seem to go on endlessly with no change, I was reading something that this time isn't marked by things that we do in certain seasons. Our summer activities have been somewhat restricted. One day blends into the next, and we may not even see the seasonal changes or the holiday changes that we've used in the past to mark time. So this poem is called Let Yourself Rest. If you're exhausted, rest. If you don't feel like starting a new project, don't. If you don't feel the urge to make something new, just rest in the beauty of the old, the familiar, the known. If you don't feel like talking, stay silent. If you're fed up with the news, turn it off. If you want to postpone something until tomorrow, do it. If you want to do nothing, let yourself do nothing today. Feel the fullness of the emptiness, the vastness of the silence, the sheer life in your unproductive moments. Time does not always need to be filled. You are enough simply in your being. And that's Let Yourself Rest by Jeff Foster. So let's reflect on psalm and poem. Good morning, Louetta. Love and faithfulness will meet, righteousness and peace will kiss. From Psalm 85:10. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. From Matthew 22:39. God invites you to the home of peace. From the Quran, Jonah 10:25. To the home of peace, to the field of love, to the land where forgiveness and right relationship meet, we look, O God, with longing for earth's children, with compassion for the creatures, with hearts breaking for the nations and people we love. Open us to visions we have never known. Strengthen us for self-givings we have never made. Delight us with a oneness we could never have imagined, that we may truly be born of you, makers of peace. Let's pray for peace in the coming day. May the love of life fill our hearts. May the love of earth bring joy to heaven. May the love of self deepen our souls. May the love of neighbor heal our world. As nations, as peoples, as families, this day, may the love of life heal our world. Amen. Well, I think that poem was for me, if not for anybody else. I've often found it difficult to do nothing without feeling guilty. So I'll challenge myself and everyone else today to choose a time to sit and do nothing and not feel guilty about it. May you have a blessed day.